If you needed the United Nations General Assembly in 2026 to tell you that the transatlantic slave trade was one of the greatest crimes in human history, then I don't know what history you've been reading. Because for centuries now we have known. We have read the ship logs, we have seen the diagrams, we have heard the testimonies. Millions taken, millions transported, millions who never arrived. So when the UN recently voted to label the transatlantic slave trade as the gravest crime against humanity, the first reaction is simple. Yes, of course, finally. But then you look closer at the vote. 123 countries said yes, 3 said no, and 52 abstained. Now that is where history becomes interesting, because abstention in international politics is not silence, it is strategy. It is the careful art of saying, we hear you, but we are not committing ourselves. And suddenly, this obvious moral statement becomes something else, a political moment. But here is the deeper question. Why does this still need to be said? Why, in the 21st century, do we still need to formally declare that slavery was a crime against humanity? The answer is uncomfortable. Because naming a crime is not just about the past. It is about responsibility in the present. The resolution does something important. It encourages apologies. It opens the door to discussions about reparations. But it does not enforce anything. No figures, no timelines, no obligations. And so we are left with a familiar historical pattern: recognition without resolution. As historians, we know something crucial. The transatlantic slave trade did not end in the past. Its legacies live on, in global inequalities, in economic imbalances, in the very structures of the modern world. So this vote is not just about what happened, it is about what continues. And maybe that is why the result feels unsurprising. Not because the crime needed no naming, but because the world is still deciding what that naming should cost. Because once you call something the gravest crime against humanity, you cannot stop at words. You must ask the harder question. What does justice look like after recognition? Because history is not just what happened, it is what we choose to do about it.